It's the Extra Butter Oscar Special. In a year with few people going to even fewer open theaters, this is going to be one for the books, with one of today's most prolific filmmakers and respected critics, all from the historic Tower Theater right now.
What's going on? I'm Marcus Allen, and this is our Extra Butter Oscar Special. How good did that feel to be in a real movie theater watching a real movie? We all want to do that, just get back to movies. But until then, let's celebrate the movies of the worst year for going to see movies ever with these guys. All right, my special guest today to my far right, it is one of the best movie critics in the world as far as I'm concerned, Lana Wilson Combs. You have heard her, you have read her for decades, one of the best of the best. To my extreme right over here, it's the world famous Dion Taylor. Let's talk about the movie run he's had over the last couple of years. The Intruder with Dennis Quaid scared them at the box office for a multitude of reasons. Following that, Black and Blue, one of the most important movies of the century. And then following that, you had Fatale. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Well, I mean, what a year we have had.
What a year we have had. Look at us.
Look at this.
Look at this. Yeah, we have to social distance to do a show.
Yeah, I should point out, everybody, wear your mask. Do everything you can to protect everybody. We three are vaccinated and outdoors, but do your share to make sure we get on the other side of this thing. Dion, talk about the movie industry. What's it been like this year trying to make movies? And not only that, you're opening movies during a time where you didn't have theaters open.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's been a rough patch for everyone. You know, just trying to get movies made has always been very hard to do. But then when you add a pandemic on top of it, it becomes extremely hard. But yeah, man, it's just been tough. But I think what has been a blessing is for those that are writers and creators.
Right.
I believe next year is going to be one of the most fascinating, electric years we've ever seen in film, because I know there's so many ideas being built now.
Before we move on, Lana, I got to know, as a movie critic, what's your favorite Dion Taylor film?
Since he's right here.
There are many, but I'd have to say Traffic, and I really enjoyed Black and Blue.
Oh, right.
Amen. Black and Blue, an important movie. And Traffic, by the way, shot about 45 minutes that way. All right, you guys ready to move on and talk about the movies that had to suffer through opening during a pandemic?
It's time. That's why we're here, baby.
All right, here we go. Best Picture nominees are The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, The Trial of the Chicago 7, and Nomadland. All right, esteemed panel, where do we go? Lana, what do you think is going to take it? Is anything going to beat Nomadland?
It seems to be the one to beat, but I would love to see maybe Sound of Metal get in there. I would love to see Anthony Hopkins maybe deserving for The Father. But Judas and the Black Messiah, I'm a local person, so I love Ryan Coogler. So since he was one of the producers on it, I would love to see that one win as well.
Yeah, Ryan's a real deal, man. And I would have to go with, you know what, I think the sleeper is Minari. I just think for some odd reason that film has a lot of different levels that I didn't think a lot of people understood at first, and now that movie seems to be starting to pick up a lot of energy.
Right.
Also, the filmmaker's incredible, and also, you know, look, being black, being Asian, you know what I mean, being a minority in the world, it's always great to see minorities actually being able to have the light. I will also say that Judas and the Black Messiah was a great film. I think the messaging in that film was great and timely.
Exactly, and I'm glad that they made the movie well.
Yes.
I'm glad that
Yes.
someone greenlit the movie to make the movie.
Yeah.
It's an important movie to see, and it's one of those movies that I walk out of and I go, the people that need to see that movie aren't going to go see it. We need to get some people in to see that movie
Exactly.
to give them
That's
some context.
That's
Exactly.
right. Yeah, and when those types of films are made, what happens is it allows more films like that to be made.
I'm really enjoying that. Lana, for years I've gotten to talk to Dion about his films. How great is it to talk to him about other people's films? Just to get a great director's mind on other great films.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I would also say Sound of Metal. Riz Ahmed.
Oh, man, yes.
That was a terrific performance.
Yes.
Now, he could be the sleeper one. He
Yeah,
might be the one
you're
that
right.
could slip in there, too. So,
You're right.
you know, this category is so stacked, and there's so many good movies. So, it'll be interesting to see who can pull it off.
As much as so many people want to say, it's going to be Nomadland,
Yeah.
why are you guys still talking? Look at the year that we all said, it's probably going to be La La Land.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, Sound of Metal is also great because it reminds you a lot of the contained box that Whiplash was in. If you remember Whiplash,
yes.
like Whiplash was just a dope movie.
Yes.
But Sound of Metal is dope because of the sound mixing. What they do is you actually get a first-person experience of this musician going deaf. So the sound drops out, things are buzzing, things are humming. It's just a really, really dope movie in terms of like being able to participate with it. So yeah, you're right, man, it's a sleeper.
It's still moving in that way, terrifying. And from a great director, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the next category, which is Best Director. Another round, Thomas Vinterberg, Mank, David Fincher, Minari, Lee Isaac Chung, Promising Young Woman, Emerald Fennell, Nomadland, Chloe Zhao. What's it gonna be?
I'm gonna have to go with Another Round. I just think that film, as a foreign film as well, is just incredible. It's very fun to watch. It was great from top to bottom. It's just executed perfectly.
I think Promising Young Woman. I think Finn will come away with it. I really do.
Oh, that's going to be your pick?
Yeah, that's my pick.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the more commercial driven. If you look at all of the other movies, they're meaningful. Some of them a little bit more melancholy. Some of them hitting more of the heartstrings. That movie's definitely not hitting the heartstrings.
No. It's a really, has a lot of twists and turns. It goes places that you don't think it will. It's very surprising. So, but I think it resonated with a lot of people in different ways.
So I'm with Dion. I loved Minari as well. You mentioned that as Best Picture. I think it might get the Best Director category as well. But my real gut, if I was laying the Vegas odds, I would go with Chloe Zhao. And I had a chance to talk to her. Nomadland inspired me to go on a road trip, so I talked to her on my road trip. It's true. All right, I was moving my son to college. Regardless, take a look.
I know you don't make movies to win awards, but when you get the kind of accolades and love that you got, say, with the Golden Globes, how does that make you feel?
It's great. I love doing this. You know, I want to tell stories for a living. I don't really want to do anything else. So anything that can help me keep going, I'll take it.
How cool is she? What are your thoughts about her choices and direction for Nomadland?
Special filmmaker. I hope she continues to make films in that world or films that speak directly to her heart, because that's how you become a great filmmaker.
Absolutely. And the movie should be judged on merit. However, it does my heart well to know that a woman of color possibly, and I think probably will win. What do you think?
I think so too. I think right now that's where things are headed. But again, it's another tough category. It's a stacked category with lots of talent, loaded with talent.
Amen. I don't know, I just got a waft of movie theater popcorn. Did you guys smell that? How long's it been since you smelled movie theater popcorn?
Man.
I'm so glad they're opening up. I can think of nothing but movie theater popcorn, so I'm gonna go grab some for us, and when we come back, we'll move on to Best Actor, Best Actress. Who's it gonna be? You'll find out next. Don't move. Hey, welcome back as we count down the moments till the Oscars. It is a pandemic era, extra butter exclusive Oscar special. So let's segue on and talk about Best Actors. And in that category, we have Riz Ahmed, Sound of Metal, late Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins, The Father, Gary Oldman, Mank, and Steven Yeun, Minari. All right, I'll just lead right now and say, can we talk about what a great transition Steven's had? Here's a guy who went from Walking Dead to being an Academy Award nominated actor. That's a great leap.
Mm-hmm. Going from a zombie series to being nominated for an Academy Award is a big deal.
Lana, are you a fan of Walking Dead?
Yeah, but I have to say, when I did the review for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I said at the beginning that it wouldn't be because of Chadwick Boseman won. It wouldn't be based just because of some heartfelt sympathy. It would be because he really earned it.
Yeah.
And that performance, I mean, we saw him in Black Panther and we saw him as James Brown and Get On Up. But this role, it was just so raw and just such a really powerful, gritty performance that I just don't see anybody winning over him in that category.
Oh, he's absolutely going to get it. I mean, can you imagine a world where he's not going to take this award? Posthumously, of course, but still.
No, look, Chadwick, it's an incredible story around him. But I don't think people really appreciated him as much as they should have until now. Ma Rainey was incredible because you could actually tell he was performing from his gut. You could actually tell there was a lot of pain in him that he was utilizing, probably from being sick.
Probably.
But he was utilizing pain in a very unique way. And it would just be incredible to see him win an Oscar. I think it'd be incredible for him, his family, and I also think it'd be incredible for the culture.
In a year that had so many sad moments, that indeed is probably one of the saddest days when we found out that we'd lost him. Yeah, beautiful human being and a great performance. And I hadn't thought about that he might be channeling some of his illness, some of the pain and suffering he was really going through.
I'm praying for Chadwick to come through.
Absolutely.
But I also think that, you know, there's a lot of heat around Anthony Hopkins right now and his performance. So, and what is Anthony Hopkins, 181 years old now?
And has he been bad in anything? Anthony Hopkins made a movie in 1978 about a ventriloquist that was killing people.
Right.
He should have won for that. Lana, back to Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Do you know the Academy Award-winning moment? Was there a moment where you said, he's got it, that's it?
5 minutes into the movie. I mean, it was just, as soon as he came on and did that scene when he was talking about his shoes, and it was like, oh my goodness.
Look at what you done. Look at that. That's my shoe. You did it. You did it.
I mean, it was just stirring. I mean, I was totally enraptured in him. I mean, he totally embodied that role. It was just amazing.
Absolutely. And for Riz Ahmed, do you think the nomination is the win this year? That's just a nod to his performance. That's about.
I really like him.
I love
I
that.
really
Yeah.
like him, man. Riz Ahmed is so underrated.
Yep.
Sound of Metal is special because that is very hard to play and to give a performance of someone who is losing their hearing throughout the course of a film.
All right, Riz Ahmed, great performance, deserved that nomination, but I think it's Chadwick, right?
I think it's Chadwick.
That's where we're going. Best actresses, let's talk about that.
Okay.
For Best Actress, Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
What's her name again?
Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Andra Day, United States versus Billie Holiday. Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman. Frances McDormand, Nomadland. Carey Mulligan, Promising Young Woman.
Look, can they give it to two people? Can they give it to two?
Andra Day and Viola Davis, if they could give it to two people for me.
Viola Davis is arguably hands down the female Denzel Washington.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, in other words, it's like anything she's in, you're like, oh yeah, she should win. You know what I mean? Because she's just that good. But yeah, Andra Day was exceptional.
Yeah,
so Lana, help us split this tie. You don't have to disclose your vote, but right now you have to split the tie.
No, I will, because I love Viola Davis. Her performance was terrific, but Andra Day's performance just sent me to the moon. It was just that powerful and extraordinary. And
she absolutely disappeared and became Billie Holiday for that 90 minutes. But where do you sit? Are you conflicted at all because you love Promising Young Woman so much? Carey Mulligan?
I'm going with Andra Day on this one. I really am. That's my final answer.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I still got to throw it out because we got a show to do. What about Frances McDormand? Do you think she's got a shot?
Yeah, I mean, look, she's incredible too. I mean, look, this category to me is you know, if you're in a track meet, this is the heat you want to watch.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, let's talk about the supporting actors and supporting actresses. Did you ever think we'd see a supporting actress from a Borat movie take the nomination or maybe the win? It could be the year. We'll talk about that and more next. And welcome back to the Extra Butter Oscar special. Oh, you got here at a great time because we're back. It is the world famous Dion Taylor. If you have not seen Fatale with Academy Award winner Hilary Swank, catch it right now. Can you list all the video on demand where it's available?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Universal as well. I'm a movie critic. Always a pleasure to hang out with a movie critic that I truly respect and adore. And Lana Wilson-Combs, KFBK, and then some. Where else do we hear you?
On KFBK, and I have a website, intoentertainment.net.
Awesome. All right, let's jump into Best Supporting Actresses. And the nominees are Maria Bakalova, Borat's subsequent movie film, Glenn Close, Hillbilly Elegy, Olivia Colman, The Father, Amanda Seyfried, Mank, and Yoo Jung-yeon, Minari.
Wow.
All right, so quite a playing field there. Pretty even. Is there a standout?
Amanda Seyfried.
Think so?
Yeah. First of all, we've never seen her like this.
Right.
Amanda Seyfried has been bubbling around the industry for a very long time, doing very cool movies. But it was awesome to see her play this role have a comeback this strong, and I think she'll ultimately win.
99% of the movie-going audiences will say, "Oh, it's the girl from Mamma Mia," because you really don't associate her with anything else.
That's true.
Do you think her performance is enough to have her bust out of that?
I think so too. It's a terrific black and white movie. It just has a lot going for it. It's stylish and it's a different type of performance for her. So yeah, I think she is the leading person for this.
Did you ever think we would be talking about an actress from a Borat movie nominated for Best Supporting Actress for the Academy Awards? The very red carpet that Borat used to try to upset every year.
No, I didn't think this would ever happen. But look, what she has done in the film is really fun, funny, different, and it's awesome to see that in the Oscars.
Glenn Close, do you think the nomination is the respect that she's being given by the Academy? Probably won't go on to a win.
I don't think so. I think Seafree will probably win this one. Yeah, I think she has this one.
Yu Jung from Minari, do you think there's a chance there, or do you think again the nomination is the respect, and that's going to be as far as that goes this year?
I don't know. I don't know because Minari was actually really good, right? But at the same time, we understood a little movie like this last year, which was what? Bong Joon-ho and Parasite.
Sure.
Minari it's not to me as powerful as Parasite, but it has that same kind of energy where it's like the little movie that no one knows about, that all of a sudden all the Oscar buzz is around and you end up watching it and you're like, yo, this is really good. So I wouldn't count that out at all.
Let's move on to Best Supporting Actor. Here's the list. For Best Supporting Actor, Sacha Baron Cohen, The Trial of the Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr., One Night in Miami, Paul Raci, Sound of Metal, and Lakeith Stanfield, Judas and the Black Messiah. So there you go. Those are the supporting actors. Who's got it? I'm going to jump in. Daniel's got it. Daniel Kaluuya's got it. In my opinion, I don't think there's been a better performance this year in that category. How about you guys?
Very strong performance. I love Leslie Odom Jr. and he was terrific in it, and even Lakeith Stanfield was terrific. But yeah, Daniel Kaluuya has this one, I think, in the bag.
My thoughts. How about you?
He was powerful in the film. When you get those types of roles to me and someone can deliver it, you know, you've went next level. You know, when he gave the speech at the church, that's when I was like, okay, he should get nominated.
Yeah.
And then when you obviously understand he's English and you pull it back, and then you begin to understand that not only does he have to work on the performance, he has to also work on the cadence. He had to nail the cadence, get the energy, and then bring all of that together and do the performance. I said, man, that's pretty special.
Pretty amazing. All right, you guys ready to jump into some fun stuff and talk about animated features?
Yes, we are.
All right, coming up in a moment, in my opinion, it's going to be Pixar Animation Studios versus Pixar Animation Studios. I'll explain next. Hey, welcome back. We're just about to wrap things up on this Extra Butter Oscar special. We have the award-winning film critic Lana Wilson Combs, and writer, director, producer, and friend of mine, Mr. Dion Taylor. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Man, it's been great. Thank you.
All right, let's talk about the films we all grew up watching, animated features. And the nominees are from Pixar, Onward, from Pixar, Soul, Wolfwalkers, a Shaun of the Sheep movie, and Over the Moon.
Onward, to me, was incredible, but Soul was different. Soul was a very unique experience, and I love the message that Soul actually gave us, which was the thing that you think you're here to do, it's probably not what you're here to do. You know what I mean? So that was actually just a beautiful film, and I'm rooting for Jamie, and I'm rooting for Pixar to win an Oscar for this.
Lana, am I being too optimistic about Pixar? Pixar's got it one way, whether it's Soul or Onward. Am I right?
I think it's Soul, definitely. But I'm a big fan of Wolfwalkers too. I really enjoyed that movie. It was unique, it was different, but Soul, without a doubt. The music captured everything, and just Jamie Foxx, the message of it, everything.
Yeah, I agreed with Wolfwalkers. I mean, it's, again, a throwback to classic animation, very classic feel, 2D animation, and again, salute to the art. All of those films are miracles. I think it's going to be Soul as well.
And we have to also remember, Soul is the first black animated film of that nature in
That's
terms of
right.
having a black lead male
This is right.
play a role like that. So
And Jamie Foxx, I mean, he has to carry this with his voice alone and then wait to see where that goes.
Yeah.
And what a beautiful marriage it was to image and sound. I don't know if you've ever seen Pixar, but they have a case that runs from there to there. And what do they have lined up? 60 Academy Awards and every other award.
crazy.
Right when you walk in.
Well, when you do it right, you do it right.
Well, you do it right. In 2 years or less, mark my words, right here, we're going to be talking about your Academy Awards, sir.
Absolutely will.
Indeed. And it couldn't happen to a
Man,
better
pray for
person.
that. Yeah, thank you for that, man. I really appreciate that. We're gonna work for it, man. Hopefully, we'll get in the categories very soon here.
Plant the seed. What's the movie you're in pre-production on? Because we talked about it at the beginning of the show.
Oh man, I'd like to, right now we're in pre-production for 2 films, one called Free Agents, which we have a giant announcement we just made, which is 50 Cent, a big action heist film in the vein of Heat and Training Day. And when I wrap production there, we're going into one of the most important movies that I will ever probably partake in, which is the story of the Freedom Riders, John Lewis, and one of the most epic, incredible civil rights stories of all time.
It's an amazing film. The universe has picked the right person to bring
Man,
to
I
life.
appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Thank you.
So much.
And over there, movie critics so often are cynics. They have long lost the love of movies, but not only are you a wonderful human being, but you still have a love of film, and it shows. And I'm honored to call you friend, and you're
Thank
one of my
you.
favorite critics.
Thank you.
And
It's a
Lana
pleasure
Wilson
to be
Combs,
here.
thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for being in here.
No kin to Puffy.
Maybe we don't know. So social media shout out. Lana, where do we find you on social media, Facebook, Instagram, or otherwise?
All of those places, and my website, intoentertainment.net.
There you go. Dion, shout out the handles.
My handle is very simple, at Dion Taylor on Instagram, Dion Taylor on Facebook, Dion Taylor in real life.
Let's do it. All right, you guys, this has been Extra Butter. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's watch the Oscars, and I'll come back to talk about it again. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
Let's go get some of that popcorn. Come on, you guys. I'll get it. You sit
We're
there.
taped to our seats.
I'll be
We're
right
taped
back.
to our seats. We really have tape on our seats.